Okay, I need to share this. Woo, the light, the lighting, the lighting. Okay. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Can you hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me okay. Yes. Okay, good. I'm not a big fan of premieres either. It was cool to chat with y'all like that, but I think if I do another premiere, it's going to have to be a longer video than that. Definitely going to have to be a longer video. I guess I should have checked my makeup and everything before it went on. Yeah, definitely going to have to do that. Let's do this. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Twitter and tweet. Okay. Now I think I'm done with that. You like the live better? I like lives better too. And I noticed I can go in if I go live straight through. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit so it's not like right in my face. I noticed when I was doing that I can choose which webcam I want to use for the live, which is really good. You all see the mess that's back here. I'm going through stuff. I hung the curtains up on the closet wall. I'm still going through and doing this shelf. I have all of this stuff right here. I keep pulling stuff out bit by bit. So tonight, while I watch some videos that I need to catch up on, I will be going through that stuff while I watch some videos that people I follow have done. And I will go through some of those boxes and bins. Those are extra curtains. I like them. David's not sure about them going in the living room, but I like them a lot. They're a bit sheer. The premiere bite good for things like artist dates where you have been out somewhere and want to be able to interact with us about your art. Yeah, that might be a good idea. That actually might be a really good idea. I think it would be a good idea for something that's a bit longer. Maybe the room tour or something like that. Something where we can actually chat. But it was my first premiere and I didn't want to do it on a really long video because I wasn't sure how the premieres worked. And it's been a rainy, cold, yucky day here. It's the first day of spring, but it's cold and rainy and gray. And now, well, it's just getting dark, I think. But y'all, yeah, I'm not so sure I like the premieres. I'm glad that I did it. I am glad that I did it, but I don't know if I'm going to do very many of them. I might do like maybe one a month or something. Yeah. Hello. So I might do that. Might do one a month. I love how you jump in and try new things. Yeah, I'm trying. I've been getting better at the video editing, and I just messaged my friend who helped me make that contraption. And he, I'm going to get some wood probably Saturday. And I'm going to see if he can make me another one that's wider. And then I can just sit it on my craft table or on my desk or whatever. I have the little one. And when we made it, we could have made it wider, but I didn't think I needed it that wide. And that one's great for journal flips and for creating some art if I don't want to show some of the stuff that I'm using. But if I want to show some of the products, or if I want to get really up close so you can really see what I'm doing on the page, but you don't necessarily need to see the supplies. But if you need to see kind of what I'm using, then that makes it really, really difficult because it's not wide enough. You see the little wooden legs that it sits on and everything. So at first I was like, well, I shouldn't go live yet because I've got all this stuff in the floor I just dragged in here. And then I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm doing. I'm in the middle of fixing all of this stuff. I have this, and I put artwork on it that people have sent me, and I have some things to go back on it. But I have to find a place to put it, and I'm not quite sure where I want to put it. I think I'm going to hang it above here. I'm going to move the poster for my novel over there, like I talked about, where Victor's picture is. That's not even hanging straight. And I think I'm going to get a few poster boards. And I think I will put some of the smaller stuff on the poster boards, like maybe with washi tape or something. Dave and I thought about cork board to put up on the wall, to put all that stuff on, to put a bunch of pieces of cork board up there. But then I was like, because I was going to do that, protect the wall. Well, now that the wall's all jacked up from taking those shelves off, I'm thinking, you know what? We're going to fix the wall now anyway. So maybe I'll just put the stuff up. I'm still thinking about doing some poster boards, though, for some of the smaller pieces to make kind of like a collage piece of some of my favorite pieces of artwork from other people, and then making maybe one that's of some of mine. I think I'm going to start hunting Dollar Tree and the thrift stores for frames that I don't like the pictures of, that are like really cheap, but I like the frame, and putting artwork in some of those frames, and putting frames up, actually, putting art pieces in frames to hang up on the wall. I don't know. It's something to think about now that I'm actually, hello, everybody who's coming in. The live, the premiere thing, it went okay. I don't know. I've watched a few videos that were premieres from other people, and it was okay, but their videos were longer. But I wanted to try it out with a shorter video because I wasn't sure if I would like it or if anybody would show up or anything. The Target, Dollar Spot, and IKEA have some really good cork boards. Target is about an hour away. IKEA, I live in South Carolina, and IKEA is in North Carolina, and it took us 2 hours to get to IKEA. So IKEA is at least a 2-hour drive. So it'll be a while before I go back to IKEA, unless my daughter and I go together. And we're going to need to get my dad's truck fixed before we go back. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It's still you can watch it in the replay and see that, but the video was kind of short. I think it was under 10 minutes, because I didn't want to make a real big Writer Wednesday video, because I'm still working on the writer's desk and I'm still working on a few things. But I meant to say, I went back to TJ Maxx to see if they had another one of these trays for $2. Because I realized I needed another one. And they did. $2. And I got another one. So now I have one for each desk. I mean, one for the craft table and one for the desk. But for $2. And while I was there, I happened to look. And this is the candle I was talking about. Warm tobacco pipe, richly scented. And it smells just like, to me, cherry pipe tobacco. So every now and again, I'll burn this one. And I got me a new mug for Easter. This is where, for those of you who've seen my pumpkin mug the one I have with the pumpkins on it. TJ Maxx is where I got it. This one was $3.99. I don't get them unless they're inexpensive, but you know. And then because Mother's Day is going to be happening, well, see, it's almost April, and my mom's birthday is the end of this month, and then Mother's Day. Well, I thought I could get this for Victor to give my mom because it was $2.99. Because that's what my kids and my nephews and Victor call my mom is Nana. So this, I love this. My mom likes hot cocoa, and she's diabetic, so she actually gets sugar-free Cool Whip, and she'll make herself hot cocoa, and she drinks Cool Whip in hers, because they have sugar-free hot cocoa mix, and she'll make hers. She likes hot cocoa, so I thought this could be a really good hot cocoa mug for my mom, and that was so cute. So this is actually going to be Victor's birthday present to my mom. So that was my spending, but I had to go back and see for $2 that tray was such a great deal. So I got 2 coffee cups, one for me and one for my mom from Victor, and then the little thing that I went to get for $2, and then the candle. Like I said, I think I said it Monday or Sunday, whichever one it was. This is my depth year, and I just wanted to kind of touch up. Now I've got some plants that I've been redoing to grow, and I've got a few plant holders I already have. So, and I have a really pretty bowl I have thought about using as a plant holder. So that's one of the things that I want to put in here as a few plants. I've got a few around here. I've got a bamboo one, but they're up on the top of that red shelf. So, yeah. But the room's coming along. I like how it's coming along. I like how things are going. It's making it much easier to organize, having cubbies and having storage space. I haven't filled up all the spaces yet because I'm still finding things from where I stored things, and I can't remember where stuff was at. So I'm actually going through stuff and storing things. I'm going to get the stuff that is not in here, that's in other places in our house. I'm going to get it going through first, and then I'm finally going to tackle what's inside that closet. Thanks. I love it now. I loved it before, but it had having switched. This was originally it was a creative space, but it was originally more for writing. And then I had 2 desks in here, and the craft table and the bookcase, and I didn't have enough room for all my books. And when I put the second desk in here, it took up a lot of room. And I was like, I can't deal with that second desk anymore. It's fun having it for Victor to be in here, and it was fun having and I liked having 2 desks and the craft table, but not in this size of room, because this is a bedroom and our house is a small house. So it's not a really big bedroom. Dave and I measured it. It's got like a weird measurement, but anyway, I want to say it's like a 9.5 or a 10. No, this one is, I want to say 12 by 15 or 11.5 by 15 or something like that. It's got a weird, this room has got a weird measurement. So does our bedroom. And the other room that I used to be in, the purple room, it's 9 by 13 or 10.5 by 13 or something like that. But I like it much better having the cubbies, and these cubbies go from that wall all the way to the other wall. And you can see that's the old curtain over there. I'm going to wash it, and we're going to hang it in the purple room because it's one of those, what do they call it? Has the backing so that the sun and the light don't come through. I can't think of what it's called. My hair. But we were thinking about originally we were thinking about putting more shelves up. Dark out curtains, yes. So we're going to take the blackout curtains, dark out curtains. Yes, yes. So we have a long white one that's in the purple room, and we're going to switch it to our bedroom. And then we're going to put the short one in the purple room because that's going to be this. There's a piece of hair. It's on my glasses. That would explain why it was getting in my eye. So we're going to switch things. This doesn't have blackout curtains anymore because I want some natural sunlight when I'm in here filming in the day. I can actually open the curtains up somewhat and have some natural sunlight. I have a little bit of light up at the top because when I bought my curtains, I thought it came with a valance, but it didn't. And anyway, the curtains that I got are a little bit too long for the valance to have, like, it wouldn't have worked necessarily all that well anyway. It would have had to hang the valance up quite a bit higher than the top of the window. So I decided not to even worry about the valance after I went there and they didn't have any. So I took my polka dotted skirt, my polka dotted scarf and twisted it around the old curtain rod that I put back up there. I don't know. I don't know if I like it twisted that tight, but if I loosen it, then I'm going to have to put like maybe fairy lights or something on it, wrap it around the curtain rod so that you don't see the curtain rod, because I have a scarf and not actually one of those drape curtain kind of things for there. So, but I like how the room is coming along. I'm going to do a room tour really soon. I just don't know exactly when, because I want to be able to walk around my room and actually show you my room. And right now I can't because there's too much stuff I keep going through. I need to get, but that's my tripod bag over there. I need to put my tripod back in it, and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought, but I got some purple fairy lights and they were really pretty, but they didn't last long. I got some white fairy lights, regular, look like Christmas lights. I think I got those. I got the purple ones and the other ones from Michael's, and neither one lasted very long. I used Christmas lights for a while, and they didn't last for very long either. And I have a crap ton of Christmas lights. I mean, a whole lot of Christmas lights. So maybe some of the ones that I got were kind of old. You love the colors in your room? Yeah. So I wasn't quite sure if I got fairy lights again because none of the ones that I've gotten have lasted very long. And I'm limited with plugs in here, and I need some that will that are easily accessed to turn on and off, because one of the ones I had, the switch was like way behind the bookcase for it to wrap around the bookcase. Do you feel like now that you have everything you want out and accessible, as opposed to packed away? I don't have quite everything out, but I'm getting there. But what I've noticed is that having storage cubbies, and I don't have them labeled. And even though I watched the Clutterbug, I think is her name, and she talks about how different people, how different people need different organizational methods. Like some people need clear containers so they can see what they have. I need things to be organized by what it is. So like in one of these cubbies, I have everything that's paint, whether it's tubes of watercolor or palettes of paint or the gouache that I have, and stuff like that. All the extra, all that stuff that's in one of those cubbies. I think I even have my extra colored pencils and watercolor pencils that come in the tin. My extra ones, because I have the bulk of my colored pencils right here. And I did that. These are the ones that I use the most. These are watercolor pencils, colored pencils, and Derwent ink tints. I have like, I want to say the 24 count of the ink tints pencils. So my Crayola Super Tips I took out of the box and put them in one of these Folgers bins so that I could get to it. I have Tombos in one. I have some extra like little, these are extra pens that I use sometimes when I'm doing journaling. And then I have one cup that has like all kinds of Sharpie pens in it, different kinds of Sharpie pens. But what I found is that having things organized by section has made it really better for me, because before I didn't have hardly any storage, and everything went into containers or bags or bins and then nothing was labeled. And I couldn't find anything. Like I have a couple of clear bins with colored lids, and I had my extra big paper and stuff in there, like scrapbook paper in there, because I had nowhere else to put it. So now once I get the closet cleared and stuff, I actually have a place to put that stuff. And it's making more sense to me. And that's what I'm doing. Like I read the Con Marie method. I read her book, and I've been watching the shows on Netflix. So some of how I've been organizing has been, like she said, I'm not throwing or giving away a whole bunch of my stuff that I actually love. But I am putting up stuff in piles to be donated to like the school, stuff that I don't like, stuff that I tried, I bought and it didn't work out, or stuff like that. My books, David was like, I don't know if you should give away all these books. I had a big Sterilite Tupperware, big, huge container full of paperbacks. And he said, why don't we put them in the attic? Because they're in a, and we'll go through them next year and then see if you still want to donate them after you've organized your space. Because he did that before I ever did all this. He's like, you're getting too antsy with all this. Your anxiety is talking, not you. And so later on, I'll go through the bins and see what I've got. So I feel a lot better, though. I noticed that I have to have the stuff that I use every day out. You got some fairy lights from Amazon, and they're great. They have a remote to turn it on and off. Oh, I need the link to that. Sometimes you can find fairy lights at Target dollar spot for $3, and they're pretty good. Also, they run on batteries, so you don't have to worry about a plug. Now, see, that's a good idea. David and I might have to, or me and my daughter might have to go to Target. Target's only an hour away. So, but I like, sounds like something my husband would tell me, and he's usually right. Yeah. And what I've been doing too is, it's so hard when you have stuff that has sentimental value. I was watching the show, the Fairy Clutter something. And she was talking about how, like, for sentimental things that are your kids or whatever, you can take a picture of it and you've got it digitally. Well, I have scrapbooks from my kids from when they were little with certain important stuff. Some of the stuff I put in an envelope, one of those really big envelopes, some of the stuff that was like really important. But if I'd have kept every single thing they did, and I did keep a lot of stuff, it would have been crazy. But I'm like, in this digital age, I don't trust all this digital stuff. I can scan pictures and then print them for other people in my family or whatever. But I want a hard copy. I'm okay with some books on Kindle, but I don't want all my books on Kindle. I'm never going to get all my books on Kindle. I like real books. Now, because I have a crap ton of books, I am much more picky now about what books I actually purchase. So I'm not purchasing I'm purchasing books that I really truly want, books that are already by authors I trust, or that are already part of a collection. Okay. Also, in terms of books, I have way too many, and I find they're easier to store horizontally instead of vertically. I can more of them on the shelf that way. You can't do books online. You have to have the real paper. I don't know that I could have fit as many books that way. I might could have. I don't know, because these are square, so I might have been able to. But I have a few books over here. I showed it in the video. that are done horizontally, because I put the create thing on there. So I do store some of them horizontally, but I find like, yeah, I think it just depends on where and what I'm doing and whether I want to put something on my books or not. So I'm still kind of trying to get some stuff organized. I don't know. I find more and more that what I really want to do is go to different places and start thrifting more. Like, I like Rehabitat. I saw a video with the Sorry Girls where they went to a Rehabitat. Their Rehabitat was much, much nicer than our Rehabitat. Much nicer. And I want to go to their Rehabitat. I want to go to theirs. But Dave and I need to replace the sink, the actual bowl, the sink, and the faucet in our main bathroom. We got our bathtub faucet fixed, but we actually have to replace the bowl and the faucet. So instead of going to Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, we're going to go to Rehabitat, and we're going to measure ours, and we're going to get a new one, a new to us one, and we'll make sure that it looks brand new. Or, ours is cracked and the faucet needs to be replaced, and then the bowl is cracked. So it's time to replace it. Our house was built in the early 80s, and it's a family house. His sister and her husband lived in it with their at that time, it was 2 little girls. David was like in elementary school, like 5, 6, 7 years old when they lived here. And then they lived here for a good while. Then his uncle moved in, and then his uncle was killed, and the house sat empty for a long while. And then David got it. So we've been fixing it up slowly but surely. Thrifting is so much fun. Yeah, it is addictive. I love thrifting. I've loved thrifting for a long time. I get a lot of stuff from going thrifting. I'm really picky about the clothes that I get. And I'm picky about some stuff, like, but we got our couch, and it was an Ashley Furniture couch for like $50. And right now, while Victor's little, and then we're having a new grandbaby, we decided not to spend $700, $800 on a couch, which is how much they cost at Ashley Furniture. The one that we wanted was on sale for $6.99. So we got one for $50. And I need to steam clean the 2 of the cushions, because I've gotten them dirty from my journal stuff, from graphite and stuff like that being on my hands. Because I sit on the couch a lot, and I use the coffee table a lot to journal. And sometimes I film that for Patreon and for YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I need to steam clean it. But I sprayed it, and we let it air out. I sprayed it with Lysol really good, and then we vacuumed it, and then and everything. So the next step is to steam clean it now that I've gotten it dirty, because when we first got it, once we put everything on it, cleaned it really good, it looked new. Tell me more about fairy lights. Yeah, some of them, evidently, some of them have batteries, John says. And Amanda said that she's gotten them from Amazon, and quite a few other people have gotten them from Target. I got mine at Michael's, and they sucked. They didn't last but like a month and a half. And that was really disappointing. So yeah, but I don't know if I want to do. David hates them. He says they're a danger. He doesn't. You need a giant pack. Yeah, he doesn't like when I have them up in here. He says they're a fire hazard. My brother used to be a fireman, and my brother agrees. So I don't know if I even want to put fairy lights up again. I don't know. Because I would literally just have like seriously a panic attack if after I got all of this stuff with this room and everything done, and then fairy lights burnt my room down. So Christmas lights, there are a lot of fires every year from Christmas lights and stuff. And if you're putting it on furniture, if you're putting it on your furniture, a lot of the fairy lights get hot. So I don't know. It's something I'm going to check into. So I don't know. My husband, he thinks that they're a hazard. So if I want to get some more fairy lights, I'm going to have to prove that they're not really a hazard. Especially if you have paper stuff or whatever, because they do get hot. It's like he's always coming behind me in here and making sure I've blown out candles and making sure that my coffee warmer is not still on and that something hasn't fallen on it that's a piece of paper, because he doesn't want me to burn the house down. I know. So does anybody have any questions? I'm going to be revamping, editing especially on cloth curtains. Yes. I'm not putting them on my curtains. That's why I was saying if I put them, I'd have to put those up, but they get hot. And I mentioned that to David, and David said, that's a hazard. That's a fire hazard. You're not doing that. I was like, but I could get some that don't. He said, if you can prove to me that they do not remotely cause fires, that they do not get warm, that they are still cool and stay cool once you've been burning them for a while, well, think about it. I'm like, you didn't say, you said we'll think about it. But I mean, he's right. If they get warm and I'm putting them, would you like them put in mason jars? And now that I wouldn't mind doing. My only problem is that, have y'all ever had a candle that was burning and got really hot and cracked? Hello. So I don't know. I don't know if they are a fire hazard. I'm going to find out if they are a fire hazard. Because if they are a fire hazard, then I won't be able to get any more and put them in the house like that. But if they aren't a fire hazard, then I could get some that stay cool. So that's something that we're debating on. Mason jars are a better idea because I don't care if the mason jar cracks so long as it doesn't cause a fire. Get LED lights. Those don't get hot. I don't know. I don't know. I have an LED light in my contraption, but I don't think it gets hot. But the ring light and these lights, they're supposed to be LED lights and they get a little warm, which is why they tell you if you make your own like ring light or whatever, and you do the thing, it has like you put wax paper on it, because other kinds of paper will get hot and they'll catch on fire. Wax paper doesn't. So I'm going to do some serious research into this whole fairy light situation because I love them. I like how they look, and I wouldn't mind having some fairy lights. I just don't know where I would put them. Maybe around the red bookcase. I need to reorganize some of the stuff in there anyway. So please let you know. Yeah, I'm going to do some research. Because I would think that the LED, like certain kinds of LED lights, shouldn't get warm. They shouldn't. They should stay cool. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll put some when I get some of those pictures hung up on the wall and stuff. Maybe I'll put some up there and do that, Thanks, Charlie. You just noticed your candy machine. Yes. Okay. Hang them off the ceiling with some sort of hooks. Now that I would do. Okay, so my bubblegum machine is a real bubblegum machine. Right now, it has some shells in it. When David and I were talking, I said I was going to take the shells out and put them in my vase that I have that has shells in it. As a matter of fact, on that second shelf back there is a heart-shaped candy dish with shells in it. They don't get hot. Maybe because they're so small. Little LED string lights. I might have to check that. I saw some at TJ Maxx and I saw some at Michael's. These little itsy bitsy, little tiny itsy bitsy fairy lights. But where was I at? Shells. Okay, so I want to take the shells out of it. It has a lock. I don't know where the lock is. I think the lock is in one of my bins in the kitchen for extra screws and nails and bits and stuff like that, extra little things like. So anyway, it does work. You can put a quarter in it and like bubble gum would come out if I have bubble gum in it. But I'm going to empty it out. I'm going to take all the shells out of it, and we're either going to get real bubble gum or we're going to get like marbles. If I put bubble gum in it, Victor will be wanting a quarter every time I turn around to get bubble gum out of it, which is something I may or may not do. I haven't decided. That is so cool if it's a real bubble gum machine. Yeah, it is a real, but let me move a little bit. Got my step ladder and all right, now let me move the chair. So I have these comforter things. I'm putting extra craft paper and stuff like that in. I don't know if I'm the only person who ever does that, but I put extra big, really big pieces of paper and stuff like that in here. So there, it has the stand and everything. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing colored marbles, or David is the one who said, no, I should do real bubble gum. But it had bubble gum in it when I was given, when the person gave it to me, and my daughter's ex-boyfriend ate the bubble gum that was in there, and it was really stale. How about M&Ms? Oh, Victor would love some M&Ms. David would eat all the M&Ms, y'all. Especially if I got peanut butter M&Ms. Or malt balls. I don't know. I'm going to look at what they have when I go to Walmart in the candy section in the big bags, or go to Dollar Tree and look at their candy section. Yep. We'd have to pay a quarter. Although the lid comes up, so my worry is that they'd be picking the lid up and taking them out. Because I don't have it locked, and I'd have to find the lock to lock it. So I don't know. I wanted it for decoration. David's the one who said, hey, I think you should put real bubble gum in it. I'm like, I don't chew bubble gum anymore because I had some oral surgery. And my gums are finally healed now, and I need to go and have the measurement stuff done so I can get bridge work done, because I'm missing some back teeth on the bottom on each side. So, yeah, only it's going to be like $1,000, and that's with insurance to get the work that I need to get done. So we're pricing other dentists and stuff like that before I go spend $1,000 at the one dentist. Yeah. I could have taken, well, it didn't even cost me. I didn't spend that much money at IKEA, but I just spent like right at almost $800 on new glasses. Are you doing camp? Yes, that was what my premiere video, the Writer Wednesday video that just went up earlier at 8 o'clock, an hour ago. I am. Okay. We're going to start with the trolls now, because so that's what, yeah, it's that time of night here. Probably, I don't know what time it is everywhere else, but if they're on Eastern Standard Time, it's in the evening, and it's like 9 o'clock in the evening now. So that's when a lot of them come. Although, you know, I've been on at like 9 or 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and then, you know, trolls. And I'm like, do y'all not have nothing better to do with your time? And I guess they don't have anything better to do with their time. So I went walking today before it started raining. I walked for 15 minutes twice today. I was going to go for 4 times, break up my 1 hour walk into 15-minute increments. So I'm trying to get back into all of this, and I feel better, but it started raining. But I did, however, walk around TJ Maxx. So yeah, thank you for deleting the troll. And I've got some journal pages. I printed some pictures. So I'm like really excited. I've got to do some journaling. I cut out the bamboo setting serving board thing that I got from TJ Maxx. I have background. Okay, it wasn't live. I was live. It has a live chat. It has a live chat. So when you do Premiere, you create your video for YouTube, your edited video, and you schedule it. And then it has a little thing, and you can hit Premiere, and you can put the time, and you can share it and let people know. And then what happens is once you premiere it, it goes up and you get to chat with people about what's going on in your video or whatever. I guess you could chat about whatever. You can chat while the video is playing and people are watching it, so that if they have questions or whatever. Well, I had never done a premiere, and I chose to do it with the Writer Wednesday video because it was like under 10 minutes and I wasn't sure how the premiere was going to go or anything else. And I didn't know anything about it because I've only been to a couple of other people's premieres. I've never done one. So I wanted to do it with a short video just in case it messed up, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And it worked out okay. I think it really depends on the video. So like a lot of people said in the very beginning, some of the people that were participated in the premiere, they liked the live videos better than the premieres. So I don't know. I've gotten more, I'm getting more and more comfortable doing the live videos. Still not sure that I'm all that comfortable doing the write-ins, simply because it just, that I like to participate in the write-ins, but I don't know that I like to actually do like the write-ins on my own channel. You like live better? You're welcome. You're welcome. They're new. They're new to YouTube. I don't know how long they've had their premieres, for a good little while now, but they're still pretty new. So like I said, it was my first time doing it. And I think I might do it for maybe a journal with me or something. I don't know. Maybe one of the journal, because I have a really hard time talking and journaling and stuff like that. I can walk and chew gum and talk and, but I cannot talk and art at all, very well at all, because I get distracted by what I'm doing. And then there's like long pauses. So sometimes whenever I have a video that has like those really long pauses and I just add music or I speed it up a little, I could actually just speed it up a tiny bit. And instead of putting, like, I could put really, really, really low music, which is what I did to the writer video. I could do a premiere with that, and then we could talk about what I'm doing. Instead of me doing a voiceover, I could just do a premiere, and then that would be cool. That would be a good way to do a premiere, actually, is if you're doing it where you're talking about what you're doing instead of doing a voiceover. So that would not be a bad idea. You own a pet store, the bubblegum machine would be cool. That they used to have companies that put bubblegum machines in places, and I think they still do, because I see bubblegum machines and stuff like that in grocery stores and stuff. But that is actually, I used to work at a finance company, and we were moving to a different location, and that bubblegum machine was in the old location, and it was the really old one. And they had a brand new kind, and they had replaced everything. And that one got left in the very back of the store. And we were moving all of our stuff out of that store and getting to a whole new location. So I asked the guy that came and had our account for the candy machines. And he was like, you can have it. If you want to move it, you can have it, because I'm just going to throw it away. I was like, no, I want it. No, it's not easy, Vicky. And that, I mean, it really might be a good idea for, instead of doing a voiceover. Does the Premiere save the chat like the live does? I believe it does. If anybody's been back to the video, like if they watched it after, I think it does. I think it does. Okay. So I'm sorry, I had an important message from a friend, one of my neighbors down the road. Just a mirror. I'm hoping that it really does save the chat. So, and you know what? I've noticed there's no real like lag with this, whereas with OBS, I have a lag. So I might do more videos with this, and I'll just choose whichever webcam. It means I won't be able to do the video in video. So you'll either see me or you'll see what I'm doing. But that's okay. OBS is a streaming software. It's a free streaming software. Sure. Sure, Amy. But it's free, Vicky, and you can do live streams and stuff like that. That's how you get like the streaming key. I've been learning how to use it, watching videos on YouTube about how to use OBS, how to operate the stuff within the software, because I've got a little bit of the basics down, but this is much better to me because there's no lag. Because when I'm using OBS, OBS is something that's working on my computer. Cool. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, Amby, you can ask. I don't know. I'll answer most questions. I like OBS for filming. When I do a video in video for like filming for YouTube or for Patreon. But I can also film a video and then put it in my Adobe Premiere. What software will you use when you do your upcoming videos with you and a friend? That would probably be Google Hangouts or OBS. I'm not sure. I've never done it outside of Google Hangouts. So I don't know. The software that I use currently to edit my videos is Adobe Premiere Elements. But or you could use Skype, I think. But I think Google Hangouts is still how some people do it. I think some people we can do it in Skype. You can do it in Zoom, depending on how many people are there. I have participated in Zoom chats, but I've never run one. I have participated in Skype chats, and I think you can film those, but I've never done it. And I think I had Power Director. I still have it on the black laptop. I bought it for my old desktop, but I had more issues with it than... So I finally last year I got Adobe Premiere Elements, and it came with the Adobe Premiere Photoshop, but it's the hobbyist Photoshop, and I don't have any idea how to use it. I've got to start watching videos on how to use it because it's the hobbyist Photoshop. So I could actually do like thumbnails and different things like that inside of that. Do a little bit of digital stuff, like change some of my pictures around or add things. Like I could create my own thumbnails. My issue is I want to create one of those videos that it's at the end of your video where people have their little videos inside these little boxes. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that. And I have no idea how. And I've seen where people pay for some of that, but I'm not paying somebody to do that crap. I only have like 3,100 subscribers on YouTube. I can't afford to pay for stuff like that. Would you or anyone be interested in a craft art month in the month of September? Sure. I'm not sure what we're doing. We're talking about prompts or whatever. But I like anything that inspires me and motivates me to be crafty and arty. Oh, that must be cool if you can use that. It's always hard. It is really hard to learn new software. Hey, Persephone. Me and Tamara and Persephone and quite a lot of us on and off, different people have done writing videos, and we used Google Hangouts. I liked Google Hangouts. If Google Hangouts have fixed, they fixed a couple of their little issues, the bugs. So I don't know. I like Zoom, but I'd have to figure out how to run Zoom if I were to use Zoom. Have you used the end screen on YouTube? I do use the end screen, and I put the little things up. But that's what you use on your videos. I've seen, though, where people have videos in a video. Like, at the end of theirs, their end screen is a little video, like a separate little video where they're saying, hey, or they're using that little video for the bloopers that happen during the video. So that I do use end screen most of the time now. When I remember, most of the time I remember to do it. I don't always remember to do it. And they don't let you do it usually in regular live videos. You have to wait until the live video gets done and everything, and then you can add like an end screen and stuff like that to it. Or at least that's, unless I'm missing something. I think you can do it in Power Director, but it's fancy stuff. Yeah. You probably can do it in Adobe Premiere. I know there's a way to make intro videos, are like, you can probably do part of it in Microsoft Power, what is it called? PowerPoint. Like, you can make some of the pictures, and then there's a lot of different ways that you can do some of the stuff. You can actually create some stuff in Word, in all different kinds in Paint or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't have the time I use TubeBuddy and do that for like a lot of my thumbnails. I use TubeBuddy, and I just pause where I want the thumbnail to come from the movie or from the video, or I take a picture beforehand, which is what I did for the premiere. I took a picture of my art desk and sized it to widescreen, and then used it. I like TubeBuddy. If I were going to do anything, I'd probably move up to a bigger thing, a more expensive thing on TubeBuddy. There's some outro makers and some intro maker people out there. I don't know. I need somebody who can do that stuff. Or maybe it's time to start looking at some videos on Skillshare. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. Since YouTube has a thing where you can do the end screen, I wanted to get a little bit more fancier with my end screen, but I have no idea how to do that yet. And right now I've been concentrating on getting better at editing videos and getting better at having my live set up. Yeah, don't forget to do a thumbs up. And if you are watching this in the replay, please don't forget to at least say hey in the comments and give me a thumbs up. The more that y'all thumbs up and comment on videos, the more my videos get recommended to other people when they're watching the videos. And that helps me grow, and it helps me get in their recommended videos. People don't realize how important it is. If I watch a video on YouTube, even if I don't comment, I like it, because it makes a big difference. Sometimes I don't have time to comment on every single video I watch. When I watch and it really makes a big impact and I'm really inspired or motivated or really like it, I comment. Sometimes when I have time. Other times, if I've liked your video and I haven't commented, it's not because I didn't really like it or that I didn't have anything to say. It's just that I really didn't have time. Or I was doing it while I was doing something else, like washing the dishes or unpacking boxes or something like that, or doing journaling or whatever while I'm watching videos. But I always make sure to like it, even if I don't have time to comment. Sometimes I watch them on my TV. So I'll click on the video in my phone when I go to put it on the TV, and then I'll make sure to click the little like thing. But if you want me to write anything, I'm doing good to text on my phone. I hate touch screen. Crap. I hate touch screen. I hate touch screen. So I don't touch screen. I don't text unless I have to. My daughter's like, why are you calling me? I just texted you. I said, because I'm driving and I can't text you. Or somebody, somebody else will be like, they're texting, why are you calling? Because I can't text. I'm driving. You don't understand any of it. I didn't understand any of it at all. And it does make a really big difference, all this stuff on YouTube. I'm not going to have picture perfect Instagram kind of thumbnails or pictures on Facebook or on Instagram or any of that. It is safer and it's nicer to hear a voice. I mean, I agree. I am creative. This is my real life. What I'm documenting on YouTube and what I'm documenting on Patreon are things that I would be doing whether I was filming or not most of the time. Not all of the time, but most of the time. When I first started YouTube, which was in October, I don't know, 2014, I think. I had my desk and that one, my little red desk and this red bookcase, and I was in the corner. I started in, I think, in the corner of the living room or the corner of her bedroom or the corner of the dining room. I don't know. I was in the corner of a room and I was writing. I wasn't doing any of this. I did journaling on my own. I didn't even know there were journaling videos on YouTube. When I first started, I had no clue of how to edit a video. I was doing good to film it and to get it up. And it would take me 10, 15 tries to get what little bit of video that I got up on YouTube. That first few months was hell on my anxiety because I didn't edit. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't even know anything about editing. Have you heard of the BookTubeathon? Yeah. I watch a few booktubers, but too much of it, I feel like there are a lot of people out there who don't give their real opinions on books. And so I'm really, when I first started, you don't ever edit. And I have done a few reviews of books, but I either love a book, I can't put it down. And when I do have to put it down, I'm constantly doing whatever it is I need to do to pick that book back up so I can finish reading that book. Or I really like a book and I can put it down, do some stuff, go back and do some more reading. But if I don't like a book enough to be excited about opening it back up to read it, that's like, I'm, so I either love it, like it, or not so much. I'm not doing all this other stuff. To me, when a book is friggin' amazing and awesome, is the book I cannot put down unless I absolutely have to. That's an amazing book to me. So for me, that's pretty much where things stand. If I do a book review, I'm going to tell you about it because I absolutely loved it. And when I do products, like I did an Arteza review, and their watercolors to me were too opaque. I'm used to, like, even some of my inexpensive watercolors were more translucent and more, you could work with them more. But then when I read, to me, their tube watercolors felt more like gouache or craft paint. So when I did the review, I was honest about them. For some people, it would be really great. It would be great, and it's inexpensive. But at the same time, if I were going to get opaque watercolors, I could spend less money and I could get something better, like, I don't know, you could take a coupon and go to Michael's and get Jane Davenport's watercolors for less than what you could spend on the thing of the Arteza tubes. And if you're not a big watercolorist, you don't really want tubes anyway. You can go to be happy to get to see you twice in a week. Yeah. Hi. You're very new here. Well, welcome. You can see that you love books. I love books. I love books. I want to do the same concept with craft and art. Respect art, respect writers. Such a good listeners here. Thank you. But I think that's why it's why I put off this Wordsworth planner review. I have it, but I have another planner coming. It was free to me. All I had to do was pay taxes, and it's like a goal planner. So I'm going to kind of do a review with both of them and then talk about them, because some of these planners, they're just too, I don't know. But I'm going to, when I go to do this review, I'm going to use them honestly for 1 week, and both of them in different weeks. And then I'm going to do a complete and utter review. The paper in the Wordsworth planner is great. The paper is great. But 1 week is a Sunday start or something like that. And then all the rest of them are Monday starts. And I think I got the horizontal one. So does that sound like something you'd participate in? Hello, Cindy. It depends on what it is. But yeah, if you want to run it by me, my email address is listed in the description. You'd love to watch a planner review? Yeah, I'm going to do one. Here's how I plan. Okay, I have my Hobonichi. Okay, this is March. I meant to get some dandelion washi tape, and I never did. So I still haven't put washi tape on it. So this is my weekly, and I have bills and important things. Except no giveaways or prizes because you can't afford it. Yeah, I understand that. I'm doing a Patreon giveaway this Sunday, so you have to be a March patron to win that one. And I haven't gotten any new patrons, so I only have 20 patrons. So somebody's going to be a lucky winner of my patrons, because they're going to get these. They are called Messages from Your Wise and Fabulous Inner Self. They are crazy, sexy love notes, and they're adorable. They are adorable. They're not tarot cards. They are more like affirmation, self-love, new age kind of cards. So anyway, and then this is how I was doing a bit of planning, but then that wasn't working. This is some planning. This is what I want to do in the weekly. I tried sticker stuff. That didn't really work. I don't like stickers like that. I like the cute little face stickers. This was the beginning of the other week, and I did really well, but then I got sick again. But that was different kind of sick. That was mental illness. That was depression and anxiety. So there we go. And then as the days go, I add more and more. And then I have my bullet journal. And my bullet journal is where I do a lot of the other kind of stuff, where I take notes about things and stuff like that. Heard you talking about books. You've been reading Grace Livingston Hill and so loved them the past year. She wrote over 100 books and have read about 70 or so of them. You have a ways to go. Okay, I'm going to look her up, Cindy, because I don't know who that is. And what kind of books does she write? How much is it to be a Patreon? Be a patron? My patron tiers start at $3 and it goes up to $20. The $3 are the coffee chats, but you can ask my $3 patrons. They usually get at least one extra video a month. Usually. Last month was a little bit, January and February have been a little bit hit or miss with me with a video every single week. I'm supposed to get 3 videos a month for each tier, I think. But I had pneumonia in January, and then in February, everything piled up by the end of February. I had depression and anxiety, but I did get stuff up. I just haven't been I give a ton of stuff actually. But this time, oh Lord. Can we not? Can we not? Okay. You don't have to make your planner look pretty. Do you know some of the prettiest planner pages I've seen have been the handwriting, and they have been really minimalistic? Really minimalistic. Those are some of the prettiest pages I've seen. If I have time, I do art. If I have time, I can do that. But why not do this? Sometimes this was a bit too much. Instead of buying other people's stickers. I mean, I would love to have stock in the Coffee Monster stickers. I love, love, love her stickers. What I've decided to do with some of this stuff is to use some of my washi tape and cut little things out of the washi tape and use some of the stickers that I've got. I had a patron who sent me a bunch of stickers that she did with her Cricut, which were fantastic. And speaking of which, I need to get a new P.O. box. But my tiers start at $3. So I have $3, $7, $15, and $20. The $7 tier is more creative time. And the $15 tier gets all kinds of stuff. And the $20 tier, there's only difference between the $20 tier and the $15 tier is if you're in the $20 tier, you get one private chat with me for an hour every month. You got sent a Wordsworth planner. You got a black horizontal one as well. Yeah. Did yours have Sunday on the very first week, I think? And then after that, it was a Monday start. But the very first week had a Sunday. Yeah. So let me get to, like, I've done all different kinds of things. But you can tell if my week is really busy, I just, like, this was really pretty, you know, with my little tree. But, and then I got, like, this was the beginning of February, and I had just gotten over pneumonia. And I was going to do some prompt stuff and never got around to doing the prompt stuff. So then I was like, oh, well, let me try some stickers. That didn't work very well. I didn't really like the stickers. So you've got to go. Thank you. You too. So that's what I'm doing. Now I've been on here for an hour and 7 minutes. It's 9:27. I've been doing all this since like 8 o'clock. I took a quick potty break in between when I did the live video. But if y'all would like a video about a certain topic, I'm doing another giveaway for Patreon on April 7th. So you have to be an April patron to be qualified for that. I'm not checking to see who are patrons until the morning of, because I wanted to do that because it's been a weird time, I think, for a lot of people. There are a lot of people who it's tax time and are crunching down on their expenses and things like that. And after the new year and all, you know, people realized maybe they spent too much money last year, or maybe they realized they're already spending too much money this year. There are a lot of different reasons, myself included, why people change patrons or why they, you know, different things like that. You do not do a bullet journal. You're not that busy. You have a Midori calendar in your journal. System moved out of your Midori's Travelers. Currently using the Systemic with the Midori A5 cousin. I'm not sure what that is, Cindy. Systemic. I haven't tried the Midori A5 cotton. I like the Midori paper, but it's cream, which is one of the things I'm not a real big fan of with the Leuchtturm. I don't care that much for cream paper. I can do writing and planning on cream paper, but I like my art on white paper. So I think the next go round, I'm going to use the fig, whatever it's called. What is it called? Okay, one of the planners I'm going to be reviewing is the 90X Goal Planner. And then Archer and Olive. I was thinking of Baron and Fig, but that's a different one. All of yours were a Monday start. Mine. One of mine had 1 week started with Sunday, and I ended up blacking all of it out and then rewriting it in white. You're very interested in what you do for morning pages. You heard you mention them again the other day, and I'm wondering how your morning writing routine pages have changed over the months and years. When I very, very first started doing morning pages, I'll do a video on that, but to quickly sum it up, not today though, for another time. Yeah, when I started with The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, and if you want a really good explanation, I have an old video about morning pages, one or two of them. And then there's quite a few other videos out there. I think Lavender has a really good video about morning pages. I do evening pages more now, but I do like one little page of morning pages in the morning now. And then the rest of my journaling usually happens at night. I have heard, I like the Midori paper though. And I think theirs is not as yellow as Leustrom's. Leustrom is pretty yellow. Their paper's pretty yellow. I have journaled my allergies. Time to take some allergy medicine. So yeah, but that took my breath. And I'm getting stuffy now. But yeah, I got a lot of things going on. So I'm excited though, because I took a bit of a break from here, on and off since the new year, because I got so sick with pneumonia in January. And then last month I was burnt out because I tried to do too much in January and the beginning of February. I was trying to get everything caught up and everything with Patreon and YouTube. And it just got to be too much between housework and family stuff and everything. So I'm feeling a whole lot better getting this space mostly organized. Like I said, you can see stuff. I'm going through stuff. As a matter of fact, I have paper that I need to fold up. That's why I have that one zipper bag. I'm going to be rolling this up, folding this up, and putting it in there. I like to use these. Victor likes to use them for artwork, and then I like to use them to do stuff on too. So just a bunch of different things. You don't have to now since you are wanting to get off. But I would love a hair routine. Oh. Okay. I'm going to turn around. This is what it looks like fuzzy because I had to go out in the rain. So it's grown out. But I'm not going to do all fancy and get in the shower like Curly Penny. Not at 51 years old. But I will do a video where I talk about what I do for my hair. One of the things I've been looking for is a better foundation for 50 and over. I've been watching some of Hot and Flashy's videos, and I've been watching a couple of other people trying to find a foundation that is good for combination skin, because I have combination skin and I have rosacea. And I used to use Bare Minerals when I first started on YouTube. But then that was 5 years ago. And my face kind of changed some with menopause. And so I've got to find a better foundation. Right now I'm using one that my daughter got me for Christmas. And before that I had Kat Von D, but I won't buy any more of her products. I've used Clinique and Estee Lauder. So I might do a girly kind of video. We might do that and talk about some of that kind of stuff if y'all want. I might do that. Maybe I'll do that one Friday evening, since that's kind of a I might do that one Friday evening. I'll do it. Yeah. So maybe Maybe not this Friday, but next Friday. I'll write it down and we can do the girly chat next Friday evening. So let's see. What is next Friday evening? Oh, I'm going to get my mom then. And Dave will have to work. So I'll get my mom kind of early. My mom can watch some TV. I'll do the video and then while my mom watches her program. So we'll put girly chat, YouTube, 8 p.m. And I'll bring the stuff in here and I'll do a live one and we can talk about stuff with that kind of stuff. Because I have several different products and I do several different things. It's what's been helping my hair. And my hair sometimes, when it's fuzzy, it's usually because of the weather. It's not because of the product. It's because of the weather. So that would be fun. We can talk about makeup. And if y'all have some recommendations for combination face and foundation, and especially on here on camera, because my daughter's like, Mom, you need to get like a darker for when you're on camera. Because you either look like super ghosty, and I'm like, I am not wearing super dark makeup. I don't like a lot of makeup, and I don't want a really thick makeup. So yeah, it's about that time though. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all, thank you so much for being on here, and I think maybe the next Friday, which is April 5th. Maybe we could do my favorite journal art products. That might work if y'all want. We'll do a poll. I'll do a note thing tomorrow or something and ask some questions about what some of y'all like to talk about, because we could talk about some of my absolute must-haves for art and journaling and stuff like that. So, and we can do some live chats. That way we can just kind of talk. I'm like Susan and quite a few other people, I really prefer the live chat to this premiere crap. So y'all have a good one. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye, y'all. And you're welcome. Oh, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. Okay.